love and positive vibes. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers, our returning subscribers. We appreciate you a lot. We thank you so much. And I always say, we pray for you. And you know the prayer. You already know the prayer right now. So we thank you so much. Those that comment in our videos, those that like our videos, those that subscribe to this channel. We appreciate you so much. Don't you ever forget that. Today is a wonderful day. I am so excited because we are celebrating Jamaica at 62 years. You look beautiful. You look wonderful. You look so gorgeous. Jamaica at 62. We celebrate you, the land of wood, the land of water, the land of wonders. We celebrate you at 62. And today, we are going to go down memory lines to what independence means to the people of Jamaica. Independence means to all of us who are under the colonial rule, who are under the slavery, who are doing a lot of hard work. Actually, the first people to be enslaved, I think it's the people of Israel. The people of Israel were enslaved in Egypt. And it is said they were doing hard labor. They could do the tough jobs in Egypt. And they were so tired of slavery that they prayed to God to actually have them released from the land of slavery to the promised land. That means all of us, after gaining independence, we go to our promised land. And right now, Jamaica is the promised land of the people of Jamaica. And for sure, I can say that without doubt, without any hindrances, because for sure, Jamaica is the promised land of the people of Jamaica. And I'm going to show you why Jamaica is the promised land of the Jamaican people. And all of us, because we have seen Jamaica being visited by so many people, and therefore Jamaica is a promised land to many. Before I go to actually define Jamaica as the promised land, I want to go through what the Jamaicans went under the slavery of the Spanish people and also of the British people. Remember, the first people to actually live in Jamaica were the Taino people. And these people, it is said they had come from North America. They were sort of Indians. And when they arrived in Jamaica, they started doing so many things. We actually saw they were very rich because they were wearing gold ornaments and silver. But these people, the Spanish people, came and found them in this land we call Jamaica. And of course we had seen Christopher Columbus had actually visited Jamaica and defined Jamaica as a great land, a beautiful land, a productive land. And therefore, when the Spanish government was coming to Jamaica, they found this land, the land of plentiful supply. And they found the Taino people, who are the indigenous people of Jamaica. And they really punished these people because, one, they starved them, they gave them hard labor, they actually brought to them diseases from Spain. And these people were wiped out because they could not resist the diseases, they could not actually starve and yet live a life. They were being given hard labor. And therefore, after the Taino people were wiped out, there were these people that were got from Western Africa, and they came as slaves. And they are the current ancestors of the current Jamaican people. And these people went through a lot under the Spanish rule and under the British rule. Remember, these people were supposed to work very hard in sugar plantations. They were supposed to work very hard in the plantations of the white people. And apart from that, they were not being given enough food. They were being starved under hard labor. They were being beaten. mistreated, exploited, every word you can talk about. And therefore, when we talk about independence, it is actually a bridge. Let me call it a bridge. A bridge from exploitation, a bridge from slavery, a bridge from starvation, a bridge from being oppressed in your own land. And therefore, these people, and we know them very well, the Maroons, Nana, and others, fought the British rule and even the Spanish rule first and then the British rule until they attained independence in 1962. Jamaica became independent in 1962 and today we are celebrating Jamaica at 62. What did this freedom mean to the common man of Jamaica? To the people that were there in 1962, what did the freedom or independence mean to them? Independence to these people meant creating of the Jamaica that we currently know. A wonderful land, a beautiful land, a productive land, a land full of beaches and resorts, a land full of beautiful sights. So the independence to these people meant creating the Jamaica we now know. 62 years of freedom, that is what it means. So independence to the current Jamaican today, it is 62 years of also creating the Jamaica we know, 62 years of freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, freedom of doing what you want without being watched by anybody. Freedom of developing your own land without being dictated to. Freedom of talking and bringing up your children without anyone interfering. Because remember, these slaves, they could not give birth. And if you happened to give birth, your child was taken away from you and he will be brought up or she'll be brought up to become a slave. You can see the pain that these people were going through. So to the current people of Jamaica, freedom means a lot, and to all of us. I remember in Kenya, people were supposed to carry a wooden thing as their identification card. And you could carry this thing, and if you have not carried this thing, you could be beaten a lot. There was a lot of killings. There was a lot of being beaten. There was a lot of hard labor. And therefore, to all of us, independence means arrest from slavery, arrest from many exploitations, arrest from harassment, arrest from being abused, physically, emotionally, psychologically, yeah. And therefore, as we celebrate Jamaica at 62, there is a lot that we can look back and tell God, thank you. Freedom to these people of Jamaica meant freedom from sugarcane crowded plantations to nighttime folklores of roaring caves and the river Muma. It means freedom to go through the land of Jamaica, enjoying the many rivers, enjoying the many falls, enjoying the night atmosphere, and enjoying the parties in different parts of Jamaica, away from the crowded sugar plantations, away from being watched by the colonial masters, whether you are doing work in the right way, whether you are doing whatever they are telling you in the right way, to freedom of going wherever you want, freedom of enjoying your land, freedom of creating the beautiful land that we see. So independence means a lot to the people of Jamaica, from crowded sugarcane plantation to what we see today. It's not a small thing. It's actually a mileage. It is quite a great achievement. Freedom to the people of Jamaica meant from poetic telling of the honorable loans to musical genius like Bob Marley. It means from that poetic situation they used to live during the colonial masters to great music, creating of great music, creating of great dance, creating of a lot poetic during the colonial times to a run of music whereby we have great musicians like the late Bob Marley, and we have the Vibes Cartel, the one we were looking at the other day, and other great musicians that have evolved from the time Jamaica attained independence. So it means genius creating great music, great entertainment industry, great museum like the Bob Marley Museum, creating a wonderful culture of music from that poetic nature to who they are today. Jamaica freedom means from world-class summer festival to sprint record by the wildest, fastest men and women. It means freedom to do what you love, the talent you feel like, being a hardworking woman or man to be who God created you to be. And therefore we have the fastest men in Jamaica. We are going to mention them when we come to the achievement. How much has Jamaica achieved from 1962 to now? 62 years of great development, great transformation, great mindset, great genius of music, great, I cannot even be able to expose. So we are going to look at what has Jamaica achieved from the time they came from colonial masters to today, 62 years down the line. Jamaica is a small island, and within those 62 years, it has transformed from Jamaica small and mighty, or rather, it has transformed from Jamaica a small island to a small and mighty island. And we have talked about it. We have talked the achievement, and I'm going to mention some here, and you see how much Jamaica has transformed. To great food. We have said that deep-rooted from the history of the people of Jamaica. The food of Jamaica is not just the food we see today. It is deep-rooted to where the Jamaicans came from, to their history. When we look at the music of the people of Jamaica, they have not started singing today. Actually, the history of music in Jamaica started way back to the days of slavery. The slaves used to sing music to tell each other how they are going to escape at night from these colonial masters to the freedom they wanted to have. So they used to communicate through songs. As they were doing work in the sugar plantations, they were singing songs, communicating to each other how they are going to escape from slavery to freedom. So music has not started today in Jamaica. It is started way back to slavery. These people were born with music. They were born with the genius of sprinting. They were born with the genius of creativity. They were born with the genius of hard work and resilient. We have talked about it. So their ancestors had this genetical combination that was great. Imagine those days, and these people could compose songs and sing and be able to tell each other where they are going to meet at night, how they are going to escape, how they are going to fight their colonial masters, and how they are going to attain their freedom through music. Have you ever imagined that? That was great. That was marvelous. They could be able to short sight their masters by communicating through music. And even up to today, we have seen very, very many Jamaicans communicating through music. Bob Marley communicated about freedom, about independence, about self-reliance through music. We have seen other great men and women of Jamaica communicating through music. Music is a great way of communication. And therefore, it did not start with them today. It started way back in their history of colonialism. So you can see these people have transformed to be great composers of songs, great sprinters great, hardworking people full of resilience. We have seen great men and women outside Jamaica making history in the whole world. They are admired. They are role models. They are great inspiration to the whole world. Look at Kamala Harris. She's currently vying for the highest office in the United States of America. And not even her. There are so many great Jamaicans that are in the diaspora that are doing great there in the diaspora. Do not forget the great sprinters that we have. And I'm going to mention them as we go on with the video. So Jamaica has transformed to be a great land, small and mighty. Actually, there is a word they use. We are small, but we tawala. They reign the whole world. And I'm going to show you how in this video. Jamaica has become a great country to be admired all over the world after 62 years of independence. So the music of Jamaica has actually started way back from their history in slavery. So you can imagine these guys used to communicate through music and plan how to escape from their hard labor to the forest nearby and plan how to beat their enemies through music. It was great. The island has overrun by vibrant beats. It is music throughout the island. In the churches, there are beats. In the neighboring bars, there are beats. The rock festivals, the Jamaicans celebrate with a lot of music by the Jamaica culture. Everywhere there is great music. The Carnival Festival, the Summer Festival, the Independence, every festival is celebrated with music, great music, and great dancing, and a lot of jubilation. That is the culture of the people of Jamaica. Enjoying music, being happy when they're dancing and composing music and singing. They are great entertainers when it comes to music. So it has gone from those long time ago to the churches where the music is played, to the bars, to the festival, different festivals that Jamaicans hold, to the week when one dies. Everywhere, even on the streets, Jamaicans are great in music. I've talked about it, that they are the only people you'll find on the streets. You tell them to sing, and they're going to compose a song, dance, and sing that song. That is how great these people have transformed from independence. Can you imagine? Jamaica has achieved a lot. We looked at it, and we found that Jamaica is actually doing great to be one of the world greatest, or rather one of the world most developed country. We said there is a lot of construction of roads, highway, and we mentioned there are highways being built from Kingston to Portland, from Montego Bay to Ochorio. There are great roads that are being constructed, and maybe by now they are completed. There is also the railway construction. There is the extension of the airports. Norman Mandry Airport. And Norman Mandry was actually the first person, I think the first prime minister after independence. So there is an airport named after him, and it is under extension. We also saw there is extension of harbors to accommodate more ships and more cargoes. There is extension of beaches and actually resorts, building them. There is extension of entertainment, what kind of work we call them, recreational centers. We saw that. There is a lot of construction going on, a lot of development going on, even in hospitals, universities, extension. We saw that when I was looking at the great projects that Jamaica is involved in. So it is transforming at a very, very alarming rate. We also saw there is gold in Jamaica. Is it gold? No. Petroleum, oil. There is discovery of oil in Jamaica, and they are planning how to dig this oil and to process it, refine it, so that Jamaica can be a great land, a great country. So there is a lot of achievement that Jamaica has achieved from the time it attained independence. Not even that. Jamaica has really transformed. I saw one person saying he left Jamaica and went to the United States of America. By the time he was coming back, there was a lot of transformation in Jamaica. We have seen a lot of transformation in terms of the beaches. Like we have so many beaches in Jamaica, so many resorts, so many waterfalls, so many tourist destination areas. So Jamaica as a country has achieved a lot. One of the most or rather greatest achievement of Jamaica is the fact that it has produced some of the fastest men and women in the world. We do not care what happened during this year's Olympics. But I tell you, Jamaica continues to be the factory of the sprinters. And someone came and told me when I shot a video to highlight that Alfred Jury was actually trained in Jamaica. Somebody came and told me you should give St. Rosso credit. And I want to say St. Rosso has done great. By the way, I was told the spelling. I hope I'm doing it well. St. Rosso. St. Rosso, where Alfred comes from, has done great because this is where the woman was born. This is where she was brought up. This is her country. This is where she belongs. But her herself actually gave credit to Jamaica because she said they have molded her. They have made a foundation for her to be a sprinter. And I just highlighted that, what she actually said. And therefore, the people of St. Rosso, we are not undermining your country. We love every Caribbean country, and we know every Caribbean country has potential. Like these Olympics, we saw Dominican Republic producing a woman who got a gold medal, and St. Rosso produced Alfred with a gold medal, and we know the Caribbeans have a lot of potential. We have seen Trinidad and Tobago have a lot of oil, and they grow a lot of crops. Grenada, they grow a lot of spices. We appreciate every Caribbean country and their greatness and their achievements. Cuba, they have produced the greatest doctors, the best doctors ever. We had doctors from Cuba here in Kenya that were curing us and were great people. So the Caribbeans have become a center of attraction from Africa to everybody. And therefore, let me come back to Jamaica, because we are celebrating the independence of Jamaica. Jamaica at 62. So I was saying it has produced some of the fastest women and men. And to mention by a few, Jamaica has produced the fastest men and women who include Marine Otte, Asafa Powell, Bridget Foster, Michael Franta, Yaham Breck, Warren Wah, Brana Williams, Elaine Thompson, Sherika Jackson, Sherry, Anne Fraser, Usain Bolt, Savelle, and we have others like Tina, and many others that are participating in the short distance races. And you are seeing Jamaica is actually the factory to produce sprinters. So we celebrate the fact that Jamaica from independence has gotten very many gold medals from these men and women. Very many silver medals from these men and women. Jamaica is known because it ever produced the fastest man, Usain Bolt. And now we have the fastest men and women coming from Jamaica, and we have mentioned them. Some are retiring, but Jamaica is still training more and more sprinters who are going to keep the history of Jamaica as the greatest, or rather the country with the fastest sprinters. Jamaica has become a tourist destination area. It is an entertainment industry. It is actually an enjoyment site to many people. It is a place where people go and hike the beautiful mountains. It's a place where people go and ride the boats, swim, enjoy themselves walking along the beaches. It's a place whereby people go and enjoy the landscape, the many caves, the many lagoons, the many mountains, the many equatorial forests, the good climatic condition in the country. So this has become one of the greatest tourism attraction area. And because of its beauty, because of its developed areas where the tourists can go and enjoy, one of these areas is the Reef's Cave. When one can go to the Reef's Cave, they can enjoy a dive in the cool water. They can also see the sunset very clearly. This is a place whereby you can enjoy seeing the sunset, and you can also dive and enjoy yourself in the cave and have a good time. By the way, the Jamaican caves, most of them, they have rivers beneath. And therefore, from these caves, you can actually jump to the water and enjoy yourselves. Then we have the Doctor's Cave Beach. Very many caves. We have the Dance River Falls. We talked about them, great falls that have steps all the way to the top. And people go and enjoy the water. They enjoy the water activities and enjoy being in that water and falling on their heads, on their bodies. It is so enjoyable. We saw Shonarwa going to the dance falls, and it was very, very enjoyable. On the way to Portland, there is the popular James Bond Beach, where the first movie, Live or Let Die, was filmed. Jamaica has great sites where even the people who are actually performing movies, they go and film their movies in these great sites. We also saw other places that are so beautiful. I talked about Portland in another video, and the beautiful sites in Portland, the historical sites in Portland, and the current sites which are admired by so many people in Portland. So you can watch my videos and see the great Jamaica, the great transformation that has happened to this land from the time they attained independence. And I want to finish this the video by saying, blessed, happy 62 years Jamaica. You are going to grow to be the most beautiful land in the world. You are going to be the most developed land in the world. And we wish you the best in years to come. May you live so many years of beauty and admiration until you will be the greatest land in the whole world. We wish you the best, Jamaica at 62, and we wish the people of Jamaica the best and a lot of blessings and a lot of strength, because we know you have a lot of strength. Keep on working hard, keep on keeping on. The sky is the limit. Bye bye. See you in the next video.